Alright, so today you guys are choosing my makeup. You have all the power. Over on my Instagram, I had you guys vote on each makeup product that I'm going to be using today. So it was between 2 for each category. So like 2 primers, 2 highlighters. You guys voted. I'm doing what you tell me. I am here to please. After filming this, it became very apparent that the modern art piece I tried to hang in the background looks like a straight up ultrasound. So that is removed in future videos. I'm not pregnant. I'm not having twins. It is not an ultrasound. Thank you. Let's continue on. Some of these things are new releases. A lot of them are actually like brand collabs with other YouTubers. So we have some interesting products in today's video. If you're excited, you can give this video a thumbs up. I actually have done this one other time. I think it was about a year ago now. So I'll link that video in the eye and down below too if you want to see that. But if you're new here, I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. If you want to stick around, you should subscribe. Okay? You. Alright, so the votes are in. You guys voted over on Instagram, so I'm just doing whatever won. I'm going to start out actually with the setting mist because I don't think this is a setting spray. I think it's more of like a face mist like before makeup. This is the 4th Ray. This is like ColourPop's brand Glisten Up Mist, and it looks very fun. Lots of fun things happening in this bottle. I'm going to give it a shake. It says to shake well. Oh my god, look how gold and fun that looks. Looks like it doesn't have a super fine mist, so I think, well, let's just spray it, whatever. Wow, yeah, not a fine mist. I'm gonna kind of rub that in. It smells exactly like the Ole Henriksen Vitamin C Rush Gel Cream thing. Woo! I wouldn't use the sprayer on this thing since it's pretty harsh and just doesn't evenly spray ya. It smells nice and refreshing. I wonder if there's any kind of vitamin C in here. It definitely made my skin feel a bit moisturized. Okay, so it looks like it did add a bit of a glow and it made my skin feel a little bit moisturized, but I am still going to go in with the Glossier Priming Moisturizer. This was against, what was it, the Fenty Hydrating Primer. I was kind of shocked that this one won, maybe just because people haven't heard as much about this, but I definitely thought the Fenty one was going to win. Usually if there's Fenty against another product, Fenty always wins. So I think I've used this in one video and I've tried it a few times. I don't have strong feelings either way about this. It basically just feels like a lightweight, kind of like gel moisturizer. It does feel nice on the skin, but I just feel like if I put my normal moisturizer on, it's kind of unnecessary. Okay, so for foundation, I haven't used this one in a long time. Like I'm pretty sure since I did this review video, I think I have that 4th Ray mist in my throat. This is the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation in the shade 102 Fair Porcelain. I just remember this looking really cakey on my skin, but a lot of people swear by this foundation, and I'm kind of excited to give it another go today. And I don't know how the shade is going to be. I might need to darken it with another foundation. Might just like mix something in if I need to. Like how I just have a hammer chilling right here from hanging those things. You never know when you're gonna need a hammer on your makeup table, you know? Did like a major clean of my filming table and all of my makeup and stuff right now, so it's really nice because I have a whole basket of like things I want to try over here just in daily life, and everything is very organized and just feels nice. Okay, this does not want to come out of here. It's like glued. I think the foundation is like dried in the pump or something. Fixed it. Found the clogger. Think it's gonna be too light. Yeah. It does have more coverage than I remember. When did I review this? I'm trying to remember. Was it after Accutane or was it while I was on Accutane? Okay, that definitely looks like full coverage. Okay, I'm really not feeling being Casper. I just filmed in my time a couple foundations for Foundation Friday that was just like all bad news, like way too light, and I had to wear them for the full day. So I think I'm gonna add something into this one because I just don't feel like looking like a ghost today, you know? Maybe since I haven't reviewed this or talked about it, maybe I'll add in a little bit of this Kevyn Aucoin. I think it's super full coverage. So let's just add in a touch here. I've used this a few times, but it's been a while, so I kind of forget what I think of it. Okay, I look yellow. The finish looks nice though, and it's like full coverage on this side. I feel like I kind of want to get the correct shade in the Maybelline one and try it again because it's not looking bad, and I'm liking the coverage a lot. By the way, did I say what this Kevyn Aucoin thing was? I don't think so. It's the shade SX03, and it's a Sensual Skin Enhancer. So basically you can like mix this one with different moisturizers, primers, whatever. It has a ton of coverage, and I think it's kind of more intended for mixing. For concealer, it was this Revolution Conceal and Hydrate New Radiance Concealer against the new Urban Decay concealer, Stay Naked. I was kind of surprised that this one won. This is in the shade C2. I did review the Hydrate foundation, so that's either coming or it's already up. Not sure the order. I was not a fan of their other concealer at all. It looked really bad on my under eyes, and it also gave like no coverage. Because I can tell this is more of like a creamy formula, I'm going to let that kind of set down just for a few seconds before I go in and blend it out. That tends to help with the coverage a lot, especially if you have like a more wet kind of creamy formula. So as this video is up, I do have an Instagram giveaway going on right now. So if you want to enter to win a ton of high-end skincare stuff and some makeup, definitely head over to my Instagram. It's Taylor Wynn. I do basically like monthly giveaways on Instagram. Okay, that's looking nice. I'm gonna add a little bit more right here, but so far I actually really like that. I like the shade too. It has a nice like pinkish kind of undertone. Doesn't look too yellow. Ooh, yeah, that's looking good. Just because it has a nice like pink undertone, I'm actually gonna apply a little bit to my chin and my nose just to kind of help match my neck a little bit better, hopefully. And just blend that out with the sponge. So I do have a powder that you guys voted on that I am going to try and use all over my face. It's a loose translucent powder, which just doesn't agree with my skin. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm going to try it for you guys since you voted. But for my under eyes, I know for a fact that translucent loose powders, they don't work on my under eyes. They completely take away the coverage of the foundation, and it's always bad news. So I'm going to just do some normal powders for my under eyes, just mix two. I'm using the KKW in the shade 1 with this Makeup Forever powder. My under eyes are looking bomb right now. It looks like super full coverage, nice and bright. I really like the combo of that concealer with those powders. So for a loose powder, you guys voted on the Hourglass Veil powder. I wanted to include this because this is one of those powders that so many people rave about, and I have tried it a few times, and I just didn't see the amazing things that other people were talking about on my skin personally. But again, that's because loose powders usually just don't work for me, translucent ones. So I am going to try it again today. I'm curious, and I do have on, I mean, full opaque kind of coverage right now, so we'll see if this takes away any of the coverage. Here we go. Let's hope for the best here. I do think it's adding a bit more yellow. It doesn't look bad on top of this foundation, but it just doesn't look, I wouldn't say, any better than the no powder side right now. I think it does look a little bit more like I just have something else on my skin now. Yeah, it looks like now I got some makeup on. So for brows, it was between e.l.f. or the Maybelline brow pencil. I love both of these right now, but I think I like the e.l.f. a little bit more, so I was really happy you guys chose this one. Honestly, you don't need to buy a high-end brow pencil. This is where it's at. The e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil is so good. I've been reaching for this almost every single day. I've been switching out between the Maybelline one and this one. They're just, the shades are a little bit different, but I like the formula of the e.l.f. one a little bit better. Just so easy, and I just love how my brows turn out when I use this pencil. Okay, we need some bronzer up in here. You guys voted on the Fenty Beauty. It was against this or the Benefit Hoola. I actually had a feeling the Benefit Hoola was going to win because it just hasn't been talked about in a while, and it's like an older product, and I feel like people are kind of going through this phase right now where the new launches, they're just so many of them and so overwhelming that I think a lot of you guys just want to see like older products being used. But this one, so this is the Fenty Beauty Into Sun, such an awkward name to say, bronzer, and I need a lot of this today, you know, so we're just gonna go to town. I do have a review on this bronzer specifically, and I do a comparison with swatches against this with other bronzers and my thoughts on the formula and everything, so I'll link that in the eye and down below. But if you have fair skin, definitely check out that video if you're in the market for a new bronzer, because I swatch and talk about some of my favorites in that video. Next up, let's do highlight. Ooh, this palette. I'm so excited to try this. Okay, so this is by Rach Loves and Pixie. I love Rach Loves, so I'm very excited for her for this collaboration. So you get 5 different shades in here. There's like this purple one that actually might be pretty as eyeshadow. I don't think I would really wear that on my face, but that could be cool to just like pop on the lid. And then you have 2 giant pans here. Like these are massive. I just kind of want to think, oh my God, that looks pretty. That is lace. That looks unreal. Here's Tea and Clutch. So which one was that? Tea looks like it's going to be probably too dark for my skin tone. And then Clutch looks super pretty. So I'm kind of debating between Lace and Clutch. Oh my God, they look so smooth and like buttery. So I'm doing my highlight first because I've been liking doing that lately, just so that when I apply the blush, everything like blends together a little bit better. I love Pixie highlights. One of my favorites is actually right here. This little duo by them, so pretty. They make some really bomb highlighters. Heck yeah. Ooh, that's sitting on the skin really nicely. One of my like qualms with highlighters, especially if they're like more intense ones, is that a lot of them just look so textured on my skin and like chunky. And this is one of those that is actually reminded me of like the Hourglass Ambient Strobe Lighting palette, the limited edition one a couple years ago, where it's like intense and metallic, but looks good on the skin. Oh man, that is so pretty. Just want to keep layering this on. Do you see that? I feel like they need to make that in like a individual shade. For blush, it was between this and Kylie. This overwhelmingly one. This is NARS Orgasm. I think this is like newer packaging that they released, but it's just their classic Orgasm shade, which I actually haven't used in such a long time, so I don't even know how this looks on my skin tone now. But this was like OG YouTube. This is what everyone talked about back in the day. So apparently you guys were not about Kylie. I remember this being pigmented, so I'm just gonna start with a touch. Ooh, okay, it's looking pretty. Okay, that shade looks really pretty. I'm gonna keep that out to use some more because why did I stop using that? Just gonna prime my eyes with my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, and then we are going in for eyeshadow. Want to do something like really bold and just kind of fun. It's a Wednesday. Okay, when I'm filming this, we got to get wild. Wait, is it Wednesday? No, it's Tuesday. Just kidding. Okay, so for palettes, it was between the Anastasia Jackie Aina palette and the Sigma Enchanted palette, and it was actually super close. The palettes just kind of like reminded me not of each other, but just like the same kind of feel. And that Sigma one is also a new release, so I do still want to test that, but the Anastasia one won. So here are the colors. I did use this in, I think it was a Foundation Friday. I wore this a while ago, like right when it first came out. The shades in here are beautiful, like super well done, pigmented. Anastasia palettes, I've talked about this in the TJ Maxx video, but they're very hit or miss for me now, which is weird because they used to be like super dependable. I have used this probably like 4 times now. So I think I'm actually going to start out with this shade and put this into the crease, Pinker. Actually, you know what? I'm going to start out with Supreme. It's like the super pink shade, and then I'm going to put Pinker over top. So I want to start out with like a little bit of a lighter pink and then blend those purples into it. I don't know if I like slept weird on my face or something, but when I woke up this morning, my eyebrows were like pointing out, like straight out. Now I'm going to take Pinker. Just blending that a little bit lower and putting it into the crease. Formula in this palette reminds me of the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, like it's on par with that one. There have been some palettes in between that are definitely different. Just using the same brush I started with to blend out those edges. Next up, I'm going to take Credit, which is the dark brown shade. It has like a little bit of purple in there. Not bringing that as high, but I'm just kind of focusing that on the outer third of my eye right there. So with this smaller brush, I'm going to go back in with Pinker and just reinforce that a little bit. And bringing that pretty far into my inner corner a little bit. For the lid, I'm going to take Lituation. This looks like a super pretty color that has like a little bit of purple in it, but is also kind of like taupey and ooh, yeah. I haven't used this shade before, but this is beautiful. I just want to kind of like see what that shade can do because I feel like it's going to be unreal if I wet it with some MAC Fix Plus, so we are going to do that. All right, I've got some Fix Plus on there. I'm just going to touch that right over top. Yes. That is what I'm talking about. Almost gave like a little bit of a lilac reflect. Okay, so Zipper in the Rach Loves palette looks like that could be really pretty for the inner corner. So I think we're going to take that just on that same brush. Whoops, just got that wet. And then I'm just going to press that. Oh, wow. That's actually super purple. Okay, I'm going to need to lighten that up. Wasn't ready for that. Because there's not like a light pink kind of tone in here, I think I'm going to go in with Milk Makeup Flex Highlight and just use that for my inner corner because this one has like a peachy kind of tone that I think will be really pretty. But you can just use any kind of light pink toned highlight you have. There we go. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. I feel like I gotta use Big Wig, so I think I'm going to take a combo of Big Wig and Pinker for the lower lash line. Can't get over that concealer. Looks really nice. And then super close in right down here, I'm going to take Shookington, which is like the purple metallic. Ooh, whoops. I don't know how that got there. I'm gonna blend that out. So I'm just gonna add a cream liner to my waterline just to brighten it up a little bit. This is the NARS Bonaparte. But for my liquid liner, you guys voted on this Essence one. It was against this or the Maybelline. And this is the Super Precise Eyeliner. This is just like a super fine brush tip. I cannot remember. I'm pretty sure I've tried this like a long time ago, but I have not used it recently. So I'm going to be putting on false lashes today, and they're pretty fluffy and dramatic. So I'm just going to do not a wing. I'm just going to line my lash line. Over the metallic shade, it's not like super black. Actually, it looks a little bit like gray. So for mascara, you guys voted on the It Cosmetics. This is their new Lash Blowout. This was like a collaboration, I think, with Dry Bar, which is kind of a cute mascara concept, like blowout, lash curl, you know, like hair. I don't know, I think it's cute. I have used this maybe like 5 times, so I do have my thoughts on it. And I like it more as a layering mascara. I don't love it on its own, but we're going to be putting on false lashes either way. But I do like it layered. I've been keeping it in my travel makeup bag, like my overnight bag, and it works. Would I purchase it, or do I think you need it? No. It's a good mascara, but because my 2 go-tos right now are both drugstore, I'm kind of like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel totally worth it to me. So it was between BH Cosmetics lashes and then these really fluffy tulle lashes by Kiss. It's their Naked Drama collection. These look so freaking beautiful. I think I've ever worn this exact style, but the Kiss lashes are some of my favorites, especially their faux mink collection. They just make some of the best lashes. So I'm definitely gonna have to trim these. Oh my god, these are gonna be so pretty. All right, so my lashes are on and I am obsessed with these. I feel like these are gonna be my new like go-to when I want super fluffy and dramatic. They're just so like full looking and I love it. So I put on some Laura Lash mascara and now we are going in for lips. So you guys voted on this e.l.f. Nabella Noir. This is their collab and I actually hadn't heard of her before they did this collab, and then I started watching her videos and she is so funny and just like super positive and bright, and I don't know, I just really enjoyed her videos. I like binged them the other night. So I was excited you guys chose this. We have a lot of collabs actually in this video, I just realized. I have worn this. It's in the shade Myra Nude. I think she named some of them after her sister, if I'm remembering correctly. I wore this in San Diego, and the liquid lipstick formula reminds me of like the ColourPop Ultra Matte. The shade is really pretty and I love the applicator. I love when they have like a triangle applicator like that. I might need to, let's just put it on first. I feel like because my eyes are so kind of like cool toned right now and the shirt, I definitely need to add something over top to make it a little bit more cool toned to go with this look. So this one usually does the job. It's Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit in Caught You Bare Naked. Let's see if that tones it down enough. This one's like a super cool toned light nude. Ooh, those 2 layered are really pretty actually. Woo! Ooh, I like that. All right, so this is the final look using makeup that you guys picked out. The thing I'm most excited about is probably the concealer. I really like that combo just with the KKW powder, but also this was just so creamy and like brightening and beautiful. So I'm really excited to try the concealer again. And then also the highlight shade that I used in the Rach Loves palette. So pretty. I feel like I'm gonna get a ton of use out of this because it's very wearable on the skin, but still has an impact. You know, it doesn't look like textured or anything. But thank you to everyone who participated and voted over on Instagram. Don't forget you can enter the giveaway going on right now. I'll have my Instagram on the screen right here, but it's just Taylor Wynn. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. I always link all the products on my face and shirt, nail polish, rings, everything, earrings are down below in the description box. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.